Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. In today's course, I will be showing you guys how to write a song, and I will be doing courses on how to do music also. This is going to be the after hours course, just to catch up on some songwriting. If you guys need to learn how to write songs, you're in for a treat. Now, before we dive into the basics of songwriting, I want to say, make sure to like and subscribe, follow me for more, and listen to my music on Blind Snow Topic, which is my stage name. Blind Snow is my stage name. Topic is just the channel that I have. Alright, now let's dive into it. So, when writing a song, you have to be clear about what lyrics you're writing. Whether it's writing in general, you always want to have the best lyrics as possible. Okay? So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to write lyrics. Okay? The next is music production, which I'll get in later in the more advanced courses. But in today, take some time and think about what lyrics you're going to write in the future. So when writing a song, I like to build the core of the lyrics. So like, say if you write a song, you want to have the best chance of getting a #1 song on radio. Now, in this case, I'm not going to dive into that because I don't think that would be necessary, but let's dive in. The first thing you need is your title. Whether it's writing a song or not, you always need a title. In this case, I'm going to choose Lovebirds, okay? I'm going to write down Lovebirds. That's my song, for example, okay? And there are ways of building up the song. I have a book somewhere here that shows you how to write songs also. And we'll get into this more when I write the songs with you guys, okay? We'll write about how songs can feel and how they are, okay? I'm gonna get that songbook while you guys are sitting there. And this is for a lot of people who are learning to write lyrics. Okay, here's the book. The book, this is the 6 steps to songwriting success. Now, I want you guys to take the time to look at this and think about buying it, because when I came across this book, I didn't know what the songs were going to be. Now, you want to have a clear example of what songs are going to be, okay? Now, this book is for everyone to learn how to write. And it says in the book here, identifying the most successful song structures and why they work. Now, this is because if you're working on a song, you may not know what the lyrics are going to be. You may have a chance to prove that they're good when they're not. But it's good to try something new. It's good to try something that lyrics cannot have. But obviously the examples are verse, chorus, verse, chorus. You know, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. There's other ways of saying it. But I go with verse, chorus, you know. Sometimes I do verse too. But you want to have verses, pre-choruses, choruses and bridges, and then final chorus. Or if you have, you know, pre-chorus is within a verse, there may be a pre-chorus, which is a 2 or 4 line section. Immediately preceding the chorus, the verse is sometimes, the pre-chorus is sometimes referred to as a lift, channel, climb, setup, or B section. So like if you're writing a song, you'll have multiple lines that will show what the lyric is. So in this case, take a song like Complicated by Avril Lavigne. that song does have a pre-chorus. If you look at the lyrics, you can look them up wherever and you'll know. Now, I usually add intros to my lyrics, and it's generally the first step in writing a song sometimes, but I would just start on the verse. So verse would be, you know, you can do it for a lot of things. So like verse one for me is, there once was a lovebird, you know, blah, blah. Because I'm writing a song about lovebirds, so you have to be honest about what you're writing sometimes. I think verse 1 is, there were two lovebirds, or there are two lovebirds that love each other. You can do that. Or you can be like, there once were two lovebirds who fell in love and decided to get married in a tree. Whatever you want. Just make it sound good. Because when I write lyrics, I don't know what they're going to be yet. I have to find the melody in my head to know what the song is. So that's how I know. And this book will help you guys later on. And it's not easy also. It's not easy to write lyrics. I understand that, as a matter of fact. Writing lyrics. Okay, here it is. Writing lyrics to an existing melody. So you may be called up on to write a lyric to a melody that someone else has written. Or you may want to write a lyric to one of your own melodies. In either case, there are techniques that can make the process easier. Listen to the melody over and over again. What's this? Yeah, listen to it over and over again and ask yourself what emotion it is expressing. Does the melody seem to be happy, sad, angry, wistful, exuberant, timid, or defiant? Define the musical style. An urban R&B song or dance track will require a different lyrical approach than a folk or rock song. Decide if you are targeting a specific artist or a particular type of artist. For example, a young teenage pop group, like Destiny's Child or the Jonas Brothers, all that stuff. You guys understand that. A mature female jazz artist, you know, like Duke Ellington is one of them, or Louis Armstrong is a jazz musician. There's so many of them, you know, there's so many of them. Or a hard rock band like, you know, One Republic, Foster the People. You may have Def Leppard on the list, or you might have Metallica. But Metallica's metal, and that can be known as hard rock. It's just that, you know, it's hard to find the sound. Hopefully the melody will inspire an idea for a lyric. If not, while listening to your melody with all of the hope considerations in mind, look over the list of titles, concepts, images, and lyrical phrases that you keep in your hook book. That's funny. Hook book. I should use that more. One of these may jump out as the perfect mate for your melody, or one of them might spark an entirely new idea. Sing along with the melody, which is what I do, utilizing nonsense syllables like da na 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 na, and whatever temporary dummy lyrics tumble out of your mouth. Your unconscious may have some terrific ideas. I do that, actually. So keep your tape recorder running while you sing along, and don't invite your internal critic yet. So what they're saying is, like, don't get an artist yet unless they're ready to be on the song. So, like, if you're co-writing a song, you want to have the best chance of getting a song cut. Whether it's you know, Lumineers or Avicii, you have to have a song cut at some point. Like, you know, if you write a song for someone else, you're basically giving up the one thing you have just to get a number one, which is what people need. I've been trying to do this for like a few years now, where I had to give up a song to make it go up. You know, I did that for my song 2025. The moment I knew I couldn't sing it, I gave it to my grandma and she would sing on it, which was good. And you know, like this year I worked on a song called Izzy's My Puppy, and I sang that because no one else wanted to. So it just depends on what the song is, you know. You could have a song that would fail and one that would reach number one. You have to have the best chance of getting a song up, not down. Down is a flop and up is a big hit, like 4 billion streams. So think of, like, say if you write a number one song for someone else, you cannot sing on it because then it'll ruin the song and it'll ruin the artist. Just remember that. Like, you know, I tell people this all the time. If we stumble into a lyric or a song title and the song's a 10 out of 10, you have to race to get that thing up because someone else just came up with the exact same idea. It happened to me probably a few times in my music style in like 2 years now. And I've been on the losing end of that equation where some big artist a month earlier has the same title of song, same idea, and you're cooked. So you have to watch out for those things. Like, you have to watch out for all of the artists that will get to that number one spot before you. So it's good to have the idea in your head before you write the song. Because if not, you're like, yeah, I don't want this, and then it becomes that thing. So remember what you think you know, or just something like that. Be careful about what you think you know, because a lot of people don't. Okay. But I think the key main reason with songwriting is your song will probably not be the most streamed song. You know, when I released my song 2025, I realized that it's not going to be the most streamed song on the internet, because it's not. There are probably like more songs that are higher than that or lower. So you want to have the best chance of getting a song at the right spot at the right time. So say if I write a song and I give it to someone, they have a chance to cut it because they're helping me out. Or if I help out with a song, which a lot of people don't realize because I'm not silly half the time. I would sometimes help them write the lyric depending on what they enjoy listening to. Like, say if you guys like listening to Dr. Dre. I mean, all of us like him, right? So, you know, you'll have, like, say if you have someone from a different publishing company and they came down to a different state to write with him, it would be like that. Or if you have Eminem, we love Eminem. Shout out Eminem. If someone went down there from another publishing company like Universal, they could probably write a song with them too. So you want to have the best chance of getting a song cut with a different artist. Whether it's Eminem, Dr. Dre, or Foster the People, you could probably write a song for both of them if you wanted to. I never did, but I know some people have, and that is important to recognize. For something else too, which is awesome. Sometimes if someone sends me a vocal I really love, I can I'll wait like a day, and then, you know, 2 days later I'll get back to that vocal. So like sometimes if I'm working on a song, I'll produce the beat a day before, kind of like what I did with my song 2025. Like, I did that, and that was probably the easiest song I think I could produce. I produced it in like a day because I had to get the vocal done, and if not, I wouldn't have did that. Because, you know, and when I wrote my song 2025, I wasn't writing it because I didn't know how to. I was using ChatGPT as my writing tool so it could help me out. So you can see the similarities between that. Same thing for my song Time to Let Go. I had a melody in my head that I heard and I was like, this could be awesome. So that's where that whole thing came. I was like, oh, I think it's hard. It's time to let go. So that's what the lyrics were now in the song I did. At some point when I was writing the original version, it needed to be different. It didn't have that thing that really fit with the song I was doing. Because the original lyrics were, oh, I have been hopeful that I would fall in love with you on Delta Airlines. Because I was thinking about Delta. You know, I was coming back from Punta Cana, Dominican. And I wanted to have a song that could fit my life. And it sure did. And I'm happy that I did, because if not, I wouldn't have used it. And it wouldn't have been part of the album that I'm doing. So it's good to have honest communication. And frankly, I didn't release the album. I didn't release Time to Let Go yet, because I was so thought into these songs that I just forgot. And good news, I'm releasing it today, I think. So I'll have to wait 5 days for it to go through. And when it's released, I'll have my song and you guys can listen to it. But there are some things you guys have to watch out for that I'll get into the next episode and in this one. Copyright infringement. Okay, this can be a big deal. You have to watch out for copyright infringement. Now, this case has been going on for a long time. There have been artists who I love dearly that have copyright cases on them. You know, it's sad because, you know, you don't want to have an artist copy a song. You just want to do a collaboration with them. Like, sorry for mentioning this on our public, but in 2019, like, my favorite artist, Ryan Tedder, man, like, he was doing a collaboration, I think, with Diplo, and it was called Wherever We Go or something like that. And yeah, Zach Bryan sued them. And it was Zach Brown sued them. My bad, I forgot his name. Zach Brown sued him. And he couldn't make the song. Like, people were just, they were dying to understand, like, what happened. And I didn't know this until, like, I was 15. I was 15, guys. We were really young when we heard about this. So it's good to have, you know, laws with copyright, because then if you don't, then the artist can sue you for using the melody that they have. So it's good to have honest communication and open mindset too. I've been through the exact same thing. Come on. Literally, guys, I've been through the exact same thing. I didn't get sued, but, like, I almost did. You have to be, like, willing to take the risk of not getting sued. Like, there are artists that literally get sued, guys. I've seen it all over the internet. You have to be open about what songs you write, because there are songwriters that just have that flow and they want to copy someone's song, but they can't. Now, I mention this because it is true. We all have ideas. We all want to write something. And the moment we write that song, you know, it's never going to be the same. You have to work your way around it. So remember that, because even if you do write a song, just ignore the copyright infringement cases. Ignore everything. You want to have the best chance of getting a #1 song. What you don't want to do is use someone else's melody. I know that more than anyone. Literally. Every single artist will know that. And they'll tell you. So please keep an open mind of what songs you make. Okay? That's all for this course today. Make sure to follow me for more of the songwriting courses I show you. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.